Hi, I'm Ethan, a technical writer at Mintlify. I'm going to show you how AI native documentation works, using your content as the context to improve writing, reading, and discovering your docs. Let's start with the biggest challenge for most teams, keeping documentation up to date. Here's a pull request that our engineering team recently shipped. Instead of creating a ticket and writing docs for this when I have time later on, I'm going to have the Mintlify agent generate a draft right now. I'm going to copy this pull request and head over to Slack where we do our work. I'm going to message the agent with a link to the pull request and say, please write docs for this. The agent understands our documentation structure and style, and it has access to repos that we've connected it to. So it'll use the URL as context. It plans its tasks based on the context for my prompt and the existing documentation. When it finishes planning, the agent creates a draft pull request for me to review. Let's look at what it generated. Navigate to the pull request on GitHub, and we can see that it's given a description of the pull request, as well as the changed files. See, it's added some contextual information about what's happening. If we scroll to the bottom, we can see that it's generated an example. This content is looking pretty good. I'd review it more closely, make any changes I want, and merge it. And that's the general flow. I can review the pull request, make any adjustments I need, and you're good to go. This is building off my existing documentation as context. So all the content you've worked hard to curate with your style, your structure, your conventions, that becomes the foundation for how the agent writes. The agent's working with your documentation. Instead of content debt building, you're capturing knowledge at the moment it's created. Now, let me show how AI can improve the reading experience. Someone comes to our documentation and wants help embedding the agent into a custom app. Instead of searching through the pages to find exactly where to go, they can ask the assistant. The assistant will give an answer, including links to relevant parts of the documentation and even UI within our dashboard. It'll cite its sources so I can go get more information too if I'd like to reference it. The assistant is referencing your most up-to-date content, but other LLM tools or search engines may be indexing outdated information, or someone may have bookmarked a link to a page that no longer exists. Traditionally, these pages aren't redirected, they'll lead to a 404. But on Mintlify hosted sites, 404 pages infer where people actually wanted to go and suggest redirects automatically. You should still configure redirects, but this helps ensure that visitors are going to have a better experience on your documentation site. And if someone's working in their IDE, they don't even need to open a browser. We host an MCP server for every documentation site. You can connect it to a variety of AI tools and query documentation directly from where you're already working. And your users can install it in their preferred tool with just a couple clicks. This is what AI native documentation looks like. The content you've curated becomes more than static pages. It powers AI-mediated interactions that make both maintenance and use easier. Your documentation works harder for you and your users.